So, hello and welcome people back to Let's Play Syberia.
Where are we, Oscar?
At the halls of residence of Barokstadt University.
And do we really have to stop here?
The situation is incompatible with the pursuit of our journey.
What are you waiting for, then? Wind them up, find a way. There must be some sort of train winding thing just laying around in this weirdo station.
I have seen nothing that fits that description, Kate Walker.
I guess we'd better find out, then.
I do not like this station. The atmospheric humidity is detrimental to my sophisticated wheel workings. I will wait for you inside the train.
Wimp. And to think that when I first became a lawyer, I was worried I'd get stuck behind a desk.
Is something wrong, Kate Walker? Is the restaurant car service not to your liking? Would you like another pillow?
Don't worry, Oscar. Everything's just hunky-dory. And you are just hunky-dory, too. Oscar, we have a serious problem. How can we carry on our journey if this train doesn't want to budge? What are our options?
Every clock has its key, Kate Walker. Keep looking.
Well, I hope you're right. I'm gonna go see what I can find. Oscar, there's no way you could help me find a way to wind the train back up again?
Rust awaits my every movement if I leave this train, Kate Walker. And what would you do with a rusty engine driver?
Not a lot, I suppose. Oscar, I think that Hans Vorarlberg once stayed in this town after he left Valladolid. Maybe this wasn't a chance stopover after all.
Nothing is left to chance in a railroad network.
You agree with me, then?
We have no concrete proof to support your hypothesis. The train stopped because the clockwork mechanism is unwound. That is the only concrete evidence we have, Kate Walker.
I was just hoping for a little imagination on your part, Oscar.
No, Kate Walker. I am only an automaton, Kate Walker.
This train might be a wonder of technology, but the engine's limited autonomy is a liability. You got to admit that.
I am afraid I refuse to entertain this consideration, Kate Walker.
Oscar, see you later, alligator.
I mean, every kind of train needs to refuel at some point.
Yeah, now this is one of the stations where things get really complicated when it comes to winding it. But before we do anything, it is very important that we explore the station. Because that way we can actually skip past a lot of, like, you know, going over back and forth.
So if you just do one thing and then run back to the train, you're going to spend a lot of time instead of hitting each spot along the way and then going back to the train.
Like, you can skip past a lot of finding out what the solution is already here on the station before you learn what the issue is. They do let you skip past some, like, flags in this game, which is nice. But there is still going to be a lot of runaround in this particular stage.
Well, this is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That thing looks like the winding machine I used in the Valladolid station.
What does?
I've got
Oh,
to
that.
find a way of getting the train up here.
Yeah, so we need to get here because otherwise we wouldn't know where we need to go, where we need to get our train to.
Well, it's time
And
to
now-
push.
Well, we will have to find a way to push it or pull it or something. But you notice there is a canal there,
Yeah.
so there may be something that could pull our train, like, in the canal. Maybe. Katie, you just find the screen transition, please.
Kate
Never.
Walker! Kate Walker! Come over here, please. I have something to say to you.
Okay, buddy. Calm down.
Well, he doesn't want to stay out in the humidity, you know.
But you have to be careful going up those steps.
Very careful.
And he had something to say to you, but you're not going in? You're running?
No, I need to make sure.
You're being rude. He said he had
Let-
something to say to you. He went outside just to
Let's
talk
put
to
it-
you, and you were like,
Let's put
nah.
it this way.
Oh no, scary birds? Are
These
scary birds
birds-
really gonna stop you from...
These birds are the menace.
Is this the world of Birdemic? Like, nobody is scared of pigeons. They come at you. I mean, you can literally. Well, anyway.
Let's put it this way. We need to get something to get rid of these birds. It's very important, and I don't know if they actually getting attacked by them is a
Master,
flag.
What is it?
A message has arrived for you.
A message?
You have been summoned to see the rectors. They are the highest authority at the university. They want to talk to you.
Talk to me?
Yes, to the person responsible for the train.
So, I'm in charge now. Sure, okay. But why would these gentlemen want to see me at all?
They do not say why, just that it's very important.
All right, let's go. It's probably nothing. Well, I could talk to him about the birds, but not exactly the birds that are standing under there preventing our progress. Just the birds that fly around the station in general. But yeah, before we go,
Are they automaton birds?
no, we get those as well, but those are just regular ass birds. They are actually a reference to a game.
Gunner Creek Court, I know.
They're actually a reference to a previous game made by the same art director called Amarzona.
Hey, I'm in one of those places. Two of those places. America and Arizona.
Ah,
Hello.
You arrived by train, I see.
Yes, I've come from Valadilen.
It's been a long time since I've seen a train here. Students, did you bring students with you?
No, I traveled alone. Well, almost alone.
I remember around the start of fall, trains would bring kids from all around the world here to study zoology and botany, paleontology, and all that stuff. This was a great university.
And it isn't still great today, then?
Today, well,
Have you been the station master of Barukstadt for a long time?
I've never had another job. Now, you tell me, are you in charge of this train?
No, I mean, I'm not sure.
So what's your thing here? You come here to do some bookworming over at the university?
Well, sort of. I'm always looking for new information.
Well, you don't seem to know a lot. And about that train, it's gonna get in the way if you leave it there, that's for sure.
In fact, I'm a lawyer and I'm conducting a pretty unusual investigation.
Investigation, huh? Hey, I'm just a station master. I don't know too much about anything.
Well, you never know. Anybody could be significant in this case.
You see, nobody actually tells me anything, so my hands are totally clean.
I never implied they weren't. You don't know where I might find equipment to wind up my train springs, do you?
Not in this station, that's for sure. And I would know. You might want to try near the wall. So, thinking of staying for long, miss?
No. I mean, I don't know, actually. 1 or 2 days tops. You see, I've got to wind my train back up so that I can continue my journey.
It's just, if you stay here too long, I might get in trouble. A train should stop, then leave again. That's the rule. Besides, your machine's disturbing the birds.
Maybe you could take me up to this wall? If there were 2 of us, we could find what I need to wind up my train even quicker.
Miss, forgive me, I gotta stick by the rules. You know, I have to man the station. I don't want to get into trouble with my superiors at the university. You understand?
I feel like I've
anything I
lost
can
my
do, miss,
way a
you
little
just let
here.
me know.
I could really do with your help. I feel
Hey,
like I've
anything I can
lost
do,
my
miss,
way a
you just
little
let me
here.
know.
I could really do with your help. The name Hans Vorarlberg doesn't mean anything to you by chance, does it?
Oh, do you really think I'd remember one little name from the thousands that pass through this station?
I'm sorry to junk up your station like this, but the spring mechanism on my train needs winding.
A spring-operated locomotive. There's a thing.
Yeah, and an impractical thing, too.
Yeah, I always dreamed of taking a train, but now I'm over the hill. And someone has to take care of the birds, after all.
All these birds in a station. It's amazing.
This is no ordinary station, miss. Oh, no. These birds are part of the prestigious University of Barockstadt Ornithological Collection. Over the years, this aviary has housed some of the most fantastic species from all over the world. And I am not exactly your typical station master either. This little world is my responsibility, and that is no easy task.
I can well believe you.
And you know what's the hardest? The hardest thing is to keep interspecial harmony. And one day some explorer introduced a couple of cuckoos from the Amazon. Whoa!
It wasn't a good idea?
A nightmare. You know, cuckoos lay their eggs in the nests of other species, right? Now, what's more, they also push the host's eggs out of the nest so that they receive all the mother's attention, right? Accursed cuckoos. Nightmare.
I see what you mean. That's one tricky bird. And there was nothing you could do to stop it?
The faculty declared the bird a protected species. If it wasn't for our mechanical eagle, we were sitting on a major ornithological catastrophe.
You have an automaton here?
A wonder of technology. It's an eagle that's mounted on rails in the air. It passes through and it swoops down to collect parasite eggs. But heck, the dang eagle's been out of order for several years. Impossible to collect the eggs myself.
Why not?
I can't climb up the gangway. I fell off it several months back and I still have a pain in my spine. Not to mention the vertigo I've been getting. I only have to look up in the air. Whoa.
You poor soul. That must be very hard.
The worst thing is, cuckoo eggs piling up in the nests. Soon the rectors are gonna notice. There's trouble in store, big trouble. Oh, I'm worried. Yep, worried.
I won't disturb you any longer, Mr. Station Master.
Welcome to Barockstadt, miss.
They say Barockstadt in so many different ways. I think they couldn't
I'm gonna give
decide.
you the legitimate, approved pronunciation. Barrackstade.
Barkstate.
You gotta say it like that, too. Barrackstade. You don't.
Also, what doesn't help is it's really ambiguous what country we are in. It's supposed to be probably somewhere on the. It's probably supposed to be somewhere on the border between. Somewhere on the border between the civilized world and Russia. Somewhere there. They're not entirely sure.
So we're probably still allowed to share pictures of Putin as a gay clown right now, but in a few stops we won't be allowed anymore?
Yes, that's exactly where we are.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That gives me a good perspective.
But yeah, this is a very important flag. We get to skip a lot of runaround if we talk to them.
Hey there! On the boat!
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?
My name is Kate Walker, and I'm a lawyer. I'm in charge of this train. This situation is really very new to me.
Lawyer, good job. Earn lot of money.
A lot? A lot? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I can't really complain, I guess. There's worse.
Lawyer always ask a lot of money.
Can we change the subject, please? I really don't want to go down this road. Are you from Barockstadt?
Yet,
So you're like me. Birds just passing through. I'm stuck here because of my train.
Kleine Puskereisen mit uns, no?
What did he say?
train kaput. No luck for you.
I have a little problem with my train. It's kind of broken. I've absolutely got to get it out of the station. Do you think you could tow it over to the wall with your barge?
Lock closed. Barge blocked.
But if the locks were open, would it be okay to tow my train then?
Por qué no? More money for that sverk.
Da, it's possible. My husband say we help you if you give money.
Right. And how much do you want?
Cinquante.
He want $150.
$150? I don't have that much.
No money, no barge.
Let me offer you 75.
Nay, $125.
Out of the question. $100 and not a dime more.
Correct. You have barge for $100.
Great. Now, don't move. I'll be back as quick as possible with the money. I have a little problem with my train. It's...
Lock.
But if... I'll leave you to it.
До свидания.
Hey there. On the boat.
Got it?
My husband...
You must really get to see the countryside. Do you know New York at all?
We not understand.
I'm looking for a funny little man who is supposed to live in Syberia. Can you imagine that? Syberia. I expect you've already been there.
Si vraga come to Syberia?
Syberia. No. Too cold. Barge no break ice.
I hope my train isn't too big for your barge.
Tis okay. Motorboat erste klasse.
My husband say correct. Powerful motor.
I mean, we're not exactly very far from the winding machine, are we? It's dumb, isn't it? All this effort to go a few yards.
Put train in barge? Nay, not possible.
Have you gone down to take a look around the station yet? It's amazing. You know, it's full of exotic birds.
Me to my gear? Ja. Ja, met plezier.
We no leave boat. Husband is land sick.
It's not very polite of you to take advantage of my predicament. We could have done favors for each other, for free, out of solidarity.
Father, alles speak not full. Money, ja, muy full.
Excuse me?
My husband say need money for leave. $100 not lot for fancy lady like you.
How would you know a fancy lady like me, really?
Yeah, that wife is editorializing a lot.
I'll leave you to
His
it.
poor husband.
I won't disturb you again.
Getting words put right in his mouth.
Свидания.
I'm gonna probably cut out most of what we said during that conversation, but we can sum it up. This guy is from literally every foreign country, and his language is made up of English, Dutch, French, and some
German,
other Germanic
Spanish.
languages.
Or
And
maybe
Russian.
Italian. And
In
Russian.
Italian.
And his wife was saying that he was saying things which she was not saying.
My favorite one is when she asks about oh, do you want to go to the station? It's so beautiful. And he exactly says, yes, with a pretty girl I would love to. And and then the wife translates to, no, my husband is land sick.
I mean,
And there are more of those
you never
where
get a close up of anyone's face, so it's hard to tell who's pretty.
It's like it is pretty funny because that's something that mostly completely evaded me. Like I mostly completely lost out on it when I was playing this game.
Right,
when I
for
was
the first time. But now that you're a polyglot,
yes. Okay, sorry for that.
This thing's jammed.
And we need an egg. You could have picked up the egg at the church and kept it with you and solved this thing already. But no.
the church? You mean back in Valorant?
Yes.
I don't like
Remember that? Remember those eggs?
Yeah.
She ate paper instead.
Well, I mean, I always love those sorts of
Hello.
mechanisms too, because it's obvious you can just push them down.
You sure
But
looking
no, you
mighty
need an
fine.
egg.
Love those big round eyes.
Just who do you think you are?
Hey, spunky. I'd like that in a lady. Okay, I'm hooked. Come on, Zol. I'll let you buy me that coffee.
I don't remember ever asking.
Hey, don't play hard to get. I know you like it big time.
Listen, kid. Go back home and play with your toy cars and forget you ever saw me.
That was funny.
You can talk to him again, it will be exactly the same. But yeah, what we were talking about, that is like how when I played it when I was 12, I never got what he was actually saying, but now that I know several languages, it's very obvious that the a man on the bark is just constantly flirting with Kate, and his wife is constantly cock blocking him.
How dare she? She should let her husband get some strange.
Exactly. I mean, he's already that foreign. But yeah, here at the library, there are several books we should check out because, well, they're also flags.
There's nothing I love better than a good flag.
Without them, we wouldn't, let's say, we wouldn't have a reason to ask about several things, you know?
Gotta unlock those dialogue options. Goodness gracious, though. I'm so glad that they gave up on this, because if you didn't know what to do here, you would spend so many hours just running around.
Exactly, and thankfully somebody already made...
Wait, are you about to get banned, Nico?
Why?
Just in the picture. Oh. Okay, never mind.
No, it's male tits. It's fine.
And the female are from behind, so it's a tasteful nude.
Yeah, there isn't anything else for us to pick up there. And there is one more thing at the bottom we can learn about. That one is actually a flag for much later on. I'm not exactly sure if you even need to read it, because it doesn't give you any dialogue options. It just tells you why using a certain...
There's a guy there.
And there are people.
They scared me.
And here we learn about the cuckoos from Amazon.
Okay. And so this is how we can get a cuckoo egg, so we can put it in the egg slot.
Well, it's more about what they like to eat, so we can get past those vicious predators.
Oh, that's what those were?
Yeah, those were the Amazonian cuckoos.
Yeah.
And they've become thugs of the station. You need to give them the toll, and they like their Sauvignon berries. That's what this book is about.
Well, I just like this as an element of the game, but exposition dump land isn't fun, or not exposition even, just like detail dump.
Excuse me.
Library, which isn't optional.
Can I disturb you a second?
Yeah, I can.
You could be a little bit nicer about it.
Keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires silence and tranquility.
And this guy is British.
Well, international students, you know.
Yeah. It's a good thing she could put her feet in the right order to walk up those stairs.
We need to see the whole process. Yeah, like one of the things I mean when it comes to this place being somewhat ambiguous, when it comes to where it's actually located, I think it's somewhere. It's supposed to be somewhere in Ukraine or Lithuania, but like you don't see Cyrillic anywhere. I don't believe.
Kiev. Clearly Kiev.